This video is going to go over your in-text citation and give you a few tips about your works cited. So remember, in-text citation, you need author's last name and page numbers, right? If there are two authors, you're going to write both the authors, Smith and Johnson, 31. If there are three or more authors, you don't have to list every single one. All you do is add the first author and put et al., period, and 21. That's the page number. So make sure you write et al. With a period right here and 21 right there. Remember, for essay number 3 and for your research paper, you will be doing paraphrasing. Okay, so this is a direct quote. So here's a quote, right? That's directly. You just copy and paste the quote, put it in within the quotes. Okay, so paraphrasing means totally changing it. So make it your own words. So it should look like this, and author's last name like that. Okay, so please make sure that your essay number 3 and research paper, it all consists of paraphrasing. Now, the works cited. So for essay number 3 and research paper, you will have to have a works cited. Okay, so here's the rules for works cited. Okay, just to go over some of the rules, right? You have to capitalize the main words. It has to be in alphabetical order. So here's a little video that you can watch, but here are some examples that you can follow. So if it's a book and ebooks, it looks like this. Anthology or chapter in a book, it looks like this. Now, many of you will be using scholarly journal articles, so it should look like this. Okay, so we have the author's last name, comma, and the first name, and here is the title of the article. It has to be in quotes. Okay, and make sure it's capitalized. And then here's the journal, okay, name of the journal, and it's italicized. It has the volume number, the issue number, okay, the year of publication, and the page numbers. Okay, and if you have it, you can add the DOI or the link to it. Okay, but this is not mandatory. Right. So let me give you some tips on what to do. So let's say you're doing your Google research, right? And let's say it was like abortion is pro. This is what you wrote. And remember, it's PDF, right? I only want PDF files. So I clicked on advanced search. Okay, I changed it to only a PDF, right? And here are the things that I found. Let's say you really like this article, right? You're like, hey, I really like this article. I'm going to choose it. But for some reason, it doesn't let you have the full article. Okay, it says read and download, log in through your school library. Okay, or maybe it only has the first page. Okay, and so that's what you're going to be doing. You're going to go into your CSUDH library database and just copy and paste the title of the article. Okay, put it into your library database and it comes up. So that means that our library has this article. So you're going to have to, one thing I really hate about the one search is there's so many things you have to click, right? So you have to click here, you got to click here, you got to click here. And after like 4, 5 things, I finally found it. Okay. And here is the PDF full text right here. So I finally found it. And so you can now finally use the PDF full text to help you write your essay. Okay, so let's see if it comes up. Okay, and there we go. Okay, and it has the different authors, so it looks like it has 4 authors, so I get to do the et al. Okay, and here's the article that I'm going to be using. It's 15 pages, which is great. Okay, but one little tip that I do want to share with you, when you do find it in your one search using the library database, okay, you can do a little bit of cheating and do your works cited here, because as part of your one search, it will do the works cited for you, right? And so all you have to do is click where it says MLA 9th edition, okay, and you just kind of copy and paste the works cited that it does for you. But notice that it is done with a computer, and so notice that here the title is all lowercase, right? So this is incorrect. So you will have to go in and make sure that you change all of the words to make sure that it is capitalized. So yes, you can copy and paste it, but it is done by a computer. And so notice that the title is lowercased a lot. Okay, You might see that a lot online, and so that means you have to go back and change it. So you can copy and paste it, but you're going to have to make sure that you capitalize all of the words on here. Okay, so again, you can use the Google Docs or Google search to find the PDF file. Okay, if you do find the PDF file and you're like, hey, I don't really want to do my works cited, you might want to take a look at the library database and just find the article in there, and you will be able to find the MLA 9th edition and just copy and paste it. But again, make sure that everything is done correctly. So one more tip I want to give you with the works cited is how to format it. So let's say you did your works cited. Maybe you use the library database to copy and paste it, right? So here it is, copy and paste it. I have 3 sources. Remember, it should be in alphabetical order. So it's E, F, and S. Okay, so this is in alphabetical order. So remember, the second line and the other lines have to be indented, right? So what students do is they click on tab, and for some reason it does this. You're like, hey, that's not the line I want indented, right? You're like, 3rd line I want indented, and this is what happens. So a lot of times students will turn it in like this, okay, saying that's what happened. I don't know why, but I can't indent my 2nd or 3rd line. Okay, let me show you a little tip. So number 1, you're just gonna select all of it. First of all, the line spacing is incorrect. So you want to go here where it's line and paragraph spacing, make sure it's double spaced. Okay, for some reason it's in some weird space. It's 1.15. I want it double spaced. Okay, so that's what I want. Now I'm trying to indent my 2nd and 3rd line, right? So here's the trick. You go on to format, you go on to align and indent, and you're going to have to go down to the bottom where it says indentation options. Okay, and here on the bottom where it says special indent, you click on hanging. We want what's called a hanging indentation, and it is 0.5 inches. And you click on apply, and voila, look at that. Okay, it does that for you. See that? So no more, weird spacing. You keep clicking on tab, and you're like, hey, it's not doing anything, right? It tabs the first line for some reason. So again, copy everything, right? You select everything. You go on to format, align and indent, because we are trying to indent things. You go into the bottom indentation options, special indentation, you click on hanging, and you click on apply, and there you go. Okay, so now you know how to do your works cited.